Welcome to the Help Myself podcast. I am your host, John M. Singletary Sr. I gotta keep that senior in there. Me and my co-pilot, we were just sitting back here laughing. He was jamming. As soon as he heard the music, he got excited. It's his second day back to school. Listen, I know I haven't put a lot of public pub out there for this, but I'm excited about this episode. This is episode number 100. For the Help Myself podcast, the most dangerous podcast in the land. And why do we say that, LJ? Because we're taking the power and putting it back in the hands of the people to who it belongs, and that's you. So I am so excited that you've taken some time out. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a double play since this is our 100th episode. And tonight I've also agreed to be on another podcast. So I'm excited about that. And so we're going to double play this. This will play on Tuesday, and it will also play on Thursday immediately after the Black Men with Purpose podcast on the Help Myself Podcast Network. So I'm looking forward to that. So let me clarify. That'll be on Facebook. On YouTube, it'll be standalone, and the Black Men with Purpose podcast will play separately on the Black Men with Purpose YouTube channel. So let me humbly ask y'all to do all of that stuff, man. Go. If you are watching on Facebook, sit back, relax, enjoy, comment. If you're watching on YouTube, or if you would like to go to the YouTube page, it's the Help Myself Podcast Network. Go like, subscribe, click the bell. So whenever content pops up on that channel, and I've been loading content regularly on that channel. So whenever we have content on there, you'll be notified and you can go check it out, be encouraged, be inspired, and be empowered. So it's a celebration today, but I really just kind of want to stop for a minute and kind of just talk about why episode number 100 is so important to me. I got started doing this. We'll talk about that a little bit more in the episode. I'm not going to do a lot of talking. I want to share a lot of significant milestones. But when I got started, during the pandemic, probably about a year into my journey, still trying to figure it out, Kev on Stage dropped this video, and I've mentioned him many times during the process because he's a huge inspiration to me. I'm a huge fan, and I enjoy his content. I enjoy his hustle. I enjoy his vision and everything that he's doing. So let's check out this video where he kind of talks about the significance of 100 episodes.
Wow. Any advice for someone who wants to start a podcast or YouTube series? Cereal. You want some true advice? You want the real advice? Huh? Be prepared to do 100 episodes and all them video views and listens be under 100. Can you do that? Can you stick with it for 100 episodes weekly or however your cadence? The biggest thing is I read a stat, 70%, I just made that part up, but a lot of podcasts don't make it past 7 episodes. Are you willing to do 100 that are great, but nobody sees them? Are you willing to wait to build your audience? Or are you going to see big podcasts and their numbers and be like, I can't do it because I ain't getting those numbers? Can you do 100 straight, no matter what? If you can do that, start your podcast. Also, a lot of times I think people do this. You've seen the movie Collateral. Jamie Foxx, he had the postcard. I'm going to get my business together, but first I got to get the limos and I got to get the licenses and I got to get the insurance requirements. And when I get all that, and then one day I'm going to start. You know what you're doing? You're planning yourself out of ever starting. You want to hear the truth? We're talking real now. You planning yourself out of every start. You think somehow the camera equipment and the microphones and the studio space will validate you enough, but the truth is you scared. Because I done told you a million times, you can shoot a doggone whole podcast on an iPhone or Android. But the truth is, you tell yourself, oh, I got to get that stuff, because you're scared to do it the easy way. Because then if it don't work, you know what you can say? Well, if I had the better equipment, it might work. And guess what? It still might not work. You want to be honest? You want the truth? Most of y'all is scared to do it on the low budget, because then if it don't work, you ain't going to have no other excuse. That's the truth, guys. I know it when I recognize it. People asking me so they can say, I ain't got the money for that. But if I did, I sure would, and I would have it. And what? I got to give me a Red and a Sony can. I got to give me $1,200. And I'm sure safe for that. Now you don't need all this. I was doing everything with the iPhone, and you can get an iPhone. Don't lie to me. I know you can. You can get a little cell phone camera. Cam, hand me this thing right here. You can get this. This is $10. Best Buy, Amazon. This is $10. Most of Kev on Stage Studios, most of Kev on Stage since 2014. I had a DSLR, but I realized I was putting my iPhone on top of the camera because it was just easier to edit this way. Most of my entire business was made just like this. Less than $50. With my phone, I already have Android, Apple. I just upgraded my production value this last year all the way. That's the truth. Roof. Everything is in there. This is all you really need, but people think they need all of that. It's not true, guys. It's never been more untrue than right now. It's all right here, guys. And I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I know it. I recognize the excuses. I recognize the excuses. I do them in weight loss. If I ain't have kids, if I could do this, I go to the gym. The truth of the matter is I don't want to work out, and I want to eat whatever I want. And that's why I look this way. That's the truth. I can lie. I can say whatever. I have the means. I have the time. I just don't want to. I feel better when I buy a workout program. I feel bad when I don't use it. I feel good when I eat Chick-fil-A. I feel bad when I eat kale. That's the bottom line. I recognize the excuses, because when it comes to doggone eating right and working out, I am you. Bottom line is I don't have the discipline in that area. That's the truth. And the bottom line is most people don't have the discipline in this area. They see them views and they suck and they be like, never mind. Now look at my equipment. This is pristine. Top of the line. I am in my 8th year in LA, my 10th or 9th year in YouTube, and I just got top of the line gear. I mean, just now with everything I do, just got these cameras. You've been following, we was on iPhones forever. It really wasn't until I met Brendan, Tony, and Cam and Transit Team and Amir that I had you see the doggone music videos that I'm doing now? That's Transit in them. Y'all know me, I ain't have that ability. I don't even know how Tony did this stuff. When I see the stuff, I'll be like, dang, I can't do that stuff. But people take that part of me and they apply it to their year one. You want to see year one? Go watch them doggone Playmakers videos, stuff Black parents do. Where me and Jay and Ant was in there with that grainy camera, putting it on a tripod from Best Buy, and taking that card out and editing it. Them first videos on Kev on Stage where I was using the laptop facing cam. Bruh, people always want to get the top of the line gear as if that's going to make you. You could have the most top of the line red camera, Black Magic, Shure SM7s, and if nobody's watching, it don't matter.
You think working harder.
I should have let that other video play too. Myron Golden, that's my guy right there. You're going to hear more about it. But did you check out what Kev on Stage said? See, I could have not done it because I don't toggle through my screens well. Editing mistake. But no, you just keep going. Man, he said a word, not just in podcasting or in this space, but in any space in your life. If you want to be a success, what is the story that you're telling yourself? And we'll get into that a little bit more, but I feel that on such a deep and personal level about the iPhone because listen, the first season of the Help Myself podcast where I'd make an episode and then I'd sit for 3 weeks. Then I'd make 2 episodes and it just was here and there. I didn't know what day I wanted to drop and, just all of this other stuff. And I was doing that on my iPhone. This is me. The whole time. I'd be recording episodes just like this. I'd be whenever I listen to one of those season 1 episodes, I remember where I was either sitting or laying or where I was. Sometimes I was in my bedroom. Sometimes I was on the couch. There was a couple of times I was sitting outside in my car. I did one in my homeboy's basement. We had went to go. COVID was fresh, so we went to go visit in Illinois, man, and I was sitting in his basement with LJ terrorizing me. I had the sleepies in my voice. Listen, I just kept going. My brother John Frazier, man, he hit me up, and then he would, I talked to him, and I was like, I'm thinking about investing, new laptop, getting a microphone, all this other stuff. And he said, my brother, do it because you own to something. And so we moved on. But yeah, use that in what are the excuses you're telling yourself? And speaking of, let's go all the way to the beginning because in the beginning, it wasn't even the Help Myself podcast. It was the Get Your Life podcast for all of 1 episode. I'll tell you that story in a minute. But check out this clip. The introductory episode of Get Your Life with John Singletary. Hi, I'm John Singletary of John M. Singletary Enterprises. And man, get your life. I am a author and U.S. proudly serving United States Air Force veteran. A whole bunch of stuff. I'm a father, special needs, I don't want to say activist, but I'm a public speaker. I'm the people's champ. Coming to you with Monday morning mind hacks, weekly devotionals, a bunch of different stuff. But most importantly, man, I'm John M. Singletary Jr.'s father. And I think that is something that has uniquely impacted my life and has been a singular event that has caused lots of momentum into pushing me into my purpose and into the reality of which my life's work shall be accomplished. And the Get Your Life podcast, I mean, what better time than right now to start a podcast? When we talk about podcasts or we talk about an event, what is the genesis of said event? What's the motivation? What's the muse? And I'm really big on people finding their purpose, finding their passion, doing things that really excite them. And sometimes life doesn't set itself up for us to be, just so that we can have fun and live the life that we want to live. Sometimes we got stuff like bills and responsibilities, but sometimes we got them bills and responsibilities. And there I was, I didn't know what I wanted to do with that introduction. I was all over the place, wasn't I? But 2 things, man, to get your life. My friend Terry Nathan, I was trying to open up a line of conversation with a young lady when I was stationed in Las Vegas that I was very interested in. And there was some conversation going back and forth, but I was shy acting. And so I'm asking my homegirl, Terry Nathan, for advice and assistance in closing the deal. And Terry said, John Singletary, get your life. I will never forget that moment. And what better way to open up than Get Your Life? But then we transitioned to Help Myself because there were quite a few Get Your Life podcasts already out there. None of them were more than 3 to 4 episodes, but still, I wanted to chart my own territory and was listening to one of my favorite songs by the young superstar Jay Wild, Help Myself. And I said, hey, man, I got a theme song and a title. And we went from there, just doing what we could. And, you know, I sat there. I didn't know how I wanted to introduce myself. I didn't know what I wanted to talk about specifically. You heard me rambling, but we kept at it. You know, we kept at it. And when I listened to that one, and the title of it is Rough Draft, because the intention was I was testing out the app. The intention wasn't even to drop it as a podcast. But as I got to talking, I said, yo, I'm on to something here. And I kept going. And I'll keep saying that. Just keep going. I'll repeat that. I'll emphasize that. Keep going. And I want to show a quick video of some highlights over 100 episodes of the Help Myself podcast, people that have been a considerably huge part of this effort and everything that I'm doing and supporting. And I do want to say really early, I wasn't able to get everybody. I did a pretty good job of you hear that? Of finding everything in there, but I wasn't able to get, I didn't get my sister, Pierre Collins, in there. So love to you. So thankful for her. She was Martika's best friend, and she adopted. I mean, obviously LJ is her godson, but she adopted me as little brother, and I couldn't be more thankful and appreciative. And my brother, Dr. Anthony Cobbs, one of the most interesting episodes, and my man, preacher extraordinaire, and just one of the most humble human beings you ever meet. And my man said Prince was one of his big inspirations. I cracked up at that. That was a great interview. And then my brother, Tony Massey, from the Real Shop Talk, I wasn't able to get him into the montage. Because what happened was all of my brothers from the Real Shop Talk actually came on, but me and him couldn't get our schedules together. So he wasn't able to come on during that season. And I see those clips coming up. And just want to let you know, man, you're a big part of this too, man, the things that I've learned and picked up on the way. But you know, that's enough of talking about that. Let's check out the video. Wow, just a lot of memories, a lot of seasons, a lot that has gone on through those episodes. And, we started off just doing a podcast on an iPhone, no microphone, an app, and using my phone. And that journey has taken me all across the country. It has made me look at my connections and my friends list and recognize and realize and honor all of the amazing people that are in my life. And we've got even more to come. I'm excited, man. We've got some exciting guests. I mean, it's just onward and upward from here. I was able to make new friends, join collectives of thought leaders and people that are in this for the purpose of making life better for others. Just connections that I could never imagine. It's taken me on a journey that I didn't see. Listen, back in Scott Air Force Base, Illinois, if you would have told me I'd have came out here to DC, got promoted to chief, become a special needs single father, started a podcast, started a video edition of the podcast, I would have looked at you all kinds of crazy. So it's been an amazing, amazing journey. And we know why we're here. We're here. It's all about purpose. It's all about value. What are the self-limiting beliefs? What's the story that we're telling ourselves that's keeping us from being the absolute best version of ourselves? And so we want to diminish, mitigate, eliminate all of those stories. We're prepared for the worst case scenario, but we need to start being prepared for things working out better than we imagined. Be prepared for going for your dreams and those dreams coming true and even more than you ever dreamed. My life is the manifestation of dreams that I didn't even have enough experience or sense enough to dream. And so not only talking about your purpose, but we also want to give you tips, tactics, and tools so you can develop yourself personally and professionally to get out and be able to make offers of that amazing thing that you have to give to the world, to use your life as the gift that it truly is. Because, man, I say this all the time. Listen, if love is a bell, then ring it. If love is a song, then sing it. The love in your heart wasn't put there to stay, because love isn't love until you give it away. And our lives are gifts filled with love. So we have to give them away to make this world a better place, man. And I'm so thankful to all of you. He's excited too. He's thankful for all of you, and it just took me through a wide array of emotions. I was talking with a friend, and I've talked to a lot of people, and they always tell me, they say, man, you do all of this and you make it look easy. It's not easy, but it's worth it. And if there's nothing there's nothing special or so different about me that makes this happen. It's simply not giving up. And the ego in me wants to edit this part out, but I cannot express to you how much I am grateful. And man, we're gonna be like Diddy, man. We're not gonna stop. We're not gonna stop. We're gonna continue. I've said it all the time, and I say it all the time. I've said it many times, and I say it all the time. Let's fix that. There's plenty of negativity out there, and we know that negativity and lies and mistruths and all of these things, salacious stuff, travels faster. But the truth, it'll catch it all up. So, the truth runs the marathon, and truth, positivity, love, and making this world a better place. I'm so serious about that. So this is 100 episodes. And guess what, man? It's been 100 episodes. We in year number 3. Got a lot of stuff going on, man. And I feel like we are just getting started. So listen, the most dangerous podcast in the land, because we're taking the power and we're putting it back in the hands of the people who it belongs to. And that's you. So we're going to put the power back in your hands. And I'm going to close this 100th episode the way I've closed. I won't say 100 before because it took me a while. Y'all heard that first? Y'all heard the realness of the struggle. But listen, I can't help myself. I've got to inspire. I've got to encourage. I've got to empower. But I can't help myself by being the absolute best version of myself. And guess what? You can too. So why not we do it together? We out, LJ? Yeah, we out. All right, y'all. Thank you so much.